Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with this one. Isn't that fun? All right. So I'm going to hand out, ladies, gentlemen, I'm going to hand out 5 pieces of paper. And when I ask you to read one of these bad puns, some are badder than others. Would you like to participate? 16 puns, and what do you get? Another bad joke that I try to forget. Don't tell me another. I can't stand the pain. That terrible punchline gets stuck in my brain. Hey, I went to a party to meet some new folks. The host in the kitchen was telling some jokes. Some were hilarious, some were too bold. I only remember the bad ones he told. He got 16 puns, and what did I get? Another bad joke that I try to forget. Don't tell me another. I can't stand the pain when that terrible punchline gets stuck in my brain. Later that night I drove home in my car. Then I went for a nightcap at my local bar. I saw an old friend who bought me a beer and proceeded to pour comic lines in my ear. He told 16 puns, and what did I get? Another bad joke that I try to forget. Don't tell me another. I can't take no more. I heard them before at the comedy store. That night in my bed, I dreamed that I died to the gates of heaven on my final ride. I said to St. Peter, now where do I go? It depends, he said. Tell me, what do you know? I know 16 puns, that's all that I got. I hope you don't send me to places too hot. Don't worry, he told me, you've been a good feller, but all bad joke tellers go down to the cellar with the 16 puns. They're deserving to burn, forced to hear each other for all of eternity. Hell is a place where the bad jokers go. So don't get caught or you end up alone with your 16 puns. Ooh, 16 puns. Ooh.
What kind of birth control does the Pope approve of? None.
16 puns. Oh, 16 puns. Oh.
My favorite statue is the Venus de Milo, said Tom disarmingly.
16 puns. Oh, 16 puns. Oh.
A chicken crossing the road is poultry in motion.
Oh.
16 puns. Oh, 16 puns. Oh.
He often broke into key. He often broke into song because he couldn't find the key.
But I'm 16 puns. Oh. There was a big fight at the circus last night. It was intense. 16 puns. Oh, 16 puns. Oh.
2 hydrogen atoms meet. One says, I've lost my electron. The other says, are you sure? The first replies, yes, I'm positive.
16 puns. Oh, 16 puns. Oh. Mahatma Gandhi, as you know, walked barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him rather frail, and with his odd diet, he suffered from bad breath. This made him a supercalist, fragile mystic hexed by halitosis. 16 puns. Oh, will end up below. Thank you for watching this.
The farther away you came, the less you're going to understand this song. It has a chorus, please sing along. I am moving across the city line, just a couple blocks to Inman Square. If you ever want to see me again, you will have to come and see me there. So fare thee well, my own true love, my darling man, my bonny lad, my boy. It's not the leaving of Somerville that grieves me, and in fact, my dear, it brings me joy. I have lived in Somerville for many years, with a tarmac for a lawn. So I'm leaving for a greener land. In the morning you will see me gone. So fare thee well, my own true love, my darling man, my bonny lad, my boy. It's not the leaving of Somerville that grieves me, and in fact, my dear, it brings me joy. Oh, the traffic vortex in Somerville will leave you in the dark. And if friends come to visit you in Somerville, there's nowhere for them to park. So fare thee well, my own true love, my darling man, my bonny lad, my boy. It's not the leaving of Somerville that grieves me, and in fact, my dear, it brings me joy. And if they come by bicycle, they will never get there still. For everywhere in Somerville is up a freaking killer hill. So fare thee well, my own true love, my darling man, my bonny lad, my boy. It's not the leaving of Somerville that grieves me, and in fact, my dear, it brings me joy. Oh, the call of Cantabria is hard to fight. I'll seem smarter and more refined. They'll respect me more and treat me right when I move to 02139. So fare thee well, my own true love, my darling man, my bonny lad, my boy. It's not the leaving of Somerville that grieves me, and in fact, my dear, it brings me joy. Farewell to you, my own true love, of this city I've had my fill. And I'll never again set either foot anywhere in Somerville. So fare thee well, my own true love, my darling man, my bonny lad, my boy. It's not the leaving of Somerville that grieves me, and in fact, my dear, it brings me joy.
Well, actually, I had three, and I didn't know which one to choose. I'm Adam C.J. Klein. Little Blue Herons, the group we played yesterday, so we're just hanging out today. How many of you have heard one little story that the crow told me? All right, not that one. How about, you know who Mike Cross is? Just him. Okay, we'll do Mike Cross.
The thing is, he knows every
That's what's true.
song.
You don't even count. Okay, so,
1, 2, 3.
oh, he's good. He's good. 4 Wet Pigs. No chorus, but it's pretty short. Here's a little song about 4 wet pigs. Here's a little song about 4 wet pigs. 2 of them little and 2 of them big. That danced all night at the big town dig. The 2 that were little were just half grown. The 2 that were big as a barn, tall as a tree. Take 'em on down to the factory. Slice them into bacon, cut them into ham, chop them into hot dogs, squeeze them into spam, throw their little eyes out in the rain, pickle their feet and scramble their brains. Here's a little song about two wet pigs leaning on a stop trough smoking their cigs, hoping to God that they never get big. They danced all night in the big town jig. Hoping to God that they never get big. They danced all night in the big town jig.
All right. Imagine no emojis. I wonder if you can. There's no excessive cuteness, and old coy images are banned. Imagine everybody saying what they mean. You emoji all your email and all your texts to friends. They wonder when you'll grow up. Will your cliches ever end? Emoji everybody, and they'll think you're so immature. You may think that it's endearing, but it is not that way. And your emojis keep appearing. What do you really want to say? Emoji your whole collection of every shape and race. No arms, no legs, no body. Just a frown and a smiley face. Emoji across the universe. It will unfriend your ass for sure. When you want to think in shorthand and make an icon of your mind, well, that's just about the size of it. And any thoughts there we can find.
Come all you bold folk singers here in a throng, and I'll sing you a ditty that's turgid and long, with rhymes that don't rhyme, and with meter that's a little bit wrong. And it's not what I'd sing when I'm sober, but I'm ready to sing, 'cause I've had one or two. So you swine in the back needn't head for the loo. You can put up with me as I put up with you, and I'd like you to join in the chorus. Although my guitar I relentlessly bring, it's never in tune when it's my turn to sing. So I'll go a cappella with this little thing, and it's not what I'd sing when I'm sober. It has 99 verses, I'll stop and explain. I learned them this morning with infinite pain. And I'll just mumble the ones I've forgotten again, and I'd like you to join in the chorus. Now such symbols as cuckoos and valleys so deep, my intent from the ears of the innocent keep. But you know what I mean if you've not gone to sleep. And it's not what I'd sing when I'm sober. And after the sex there's some death and some gore and some poisons and stabbings and blood on the floor. But before all you squeamish ones head for the door, I'd like you to join in the chorus. Now I like to pretend I collected this lay from some ancient agrarian covered in hay on the floor of a pub where the old fellow lay. And it's not what I'd sing when I'm sober, but the truth is to tell that I stole the refrain. The plot's so complex that it staggers the brain, and next week I'm intending to sing it again. And I'd like you to join in the chorus. The verses I've all written down on a sheet that I tore from a roll where I sat on a seat in the back of the pub where the folk singers meet. And it's not what I'd sing when I'm sober. I'd take it around to the clubs as I go, and I ask at the door, can I join in the show? And you were the first ones who didn't say no. So I'd like you to join in the chorus. Thank you.
Okay, this is kind of a love song from the TV show Gallivant.
Oh, gosh.
If I could share my life with you, just think how happy we'd be. We'd share a hovel built for two, complete with vermin for three. We could while away each hopeless day, comparing open sores. This life would flow, but much less though, if I could share mine with yours. If I could share my life with you, admit it would be nice. We'd share one cot, one chamber pot, plus trench mouth, tapeworms and mice. In the freezing night we cuddle tight and sip some rancid wine. And life won't taste like human waste if you could share yours with mine. We would have a dozen kids, and maybe one won't die. And the plague that runs, invading Huns, just think how time would fly. If you could share your life with me, I'd cherish every foul breath. The filth, the rot, the leprosy, the painful lingering death. Thank the Lord our life expectancy is merely 32. Yes, it would be sweet misery if I could share it with you. Yeah, it might be sweet misery to share what's left with you.
Thank you. Could you state your name, please?
Sonia Harder.
Thank you, Sonia. All right.
They have a fun instrument.
Okay. This is a gentleman from my hometown,
Here comes trouble.
from Queens, New York.
Oh, me too.
Uh-oh.
A little history lesson, which I'm told is slightly wrong. Now in the Tower of London, large as life,
Large as life,
the ghost of Anne Boleyn walks, I declare.
I declare.
Now Anne Boleyn was once King Henry's wife,
Henry's wife.
until he had the Esmond bald her hair. Oh yes, he did her wrong long years ago, and she comes back each night to tell him so. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. She comes to haunt King Henry, she means giving him what for. Gadzooks, she's gonna tell him off for spilling of her gore. And just in case the Esmond wants to give her an encore, she's got her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. Now sometimes gay King Henry gives a spread
Gives a spread.
for all his pals and gals, the ghostly crew. The Esmond carves the joint and cuts the bread.
Cuts the bread.
When in comes Anne Boleyn to queer the do. She holds her head up with a wild war whoop.
Woo!
And and replies, don't drop it in the soup. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. She walks the bloody corridors for miles and miles she goes. She often catches cold, poor thing. It's cold there when it blows, and it's awfully, awfully awkward for the queen to blow her nose. With her head tucked underneath her arm. Oh, with her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. The sentries think that it's a football that she carries in, and when they've had a few they shout, is Army going to win? They think that it's Red Grange instead of poor old Anne Boleyn. With her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. One night she called King Henry, he was in the canteen bar. He said, are you Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, or Catherine Parr? Prince Empyrean, can I tell who you are? With your head tucked underneath your arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour.
All right. This is Don Landy. We're moving into the final phase of today, so we're getting into our lightning round, which means quick songs, fast songs, really quick ones. You know a really quick one? All right.
Oh, the liquor was spilled on the barroom floor, and the bar was closed for the night. When a little gray mousey came out of his housey and sat in the pale moonlight, he lapped up the liquor on the barroom floor as on his haunches he sat. And all night long you could hear him roar, bring on the goddamn cat.
Well, the cat peeped out from behind the bar and gobbles up a wee brown mouse. And the moral of the story is, don't you ever think you can get in the way with having Guinness on the house.
If you wanted some bread and got cardboard instead, it's a matzah. If you broke one in two and the crumbs got on you, it's a matzah. Oh, why do we fry matzah brei? Because it's Pesach. You can chew with your crew, you're a Jew, and it's matzah. Thank you very much. Who's next? Quick one.
Maligning matzah, by the way.
I'm gonna go to McDonald's. Gonna have to stand in line. I'm gonna order 1 billion hamburgers and watch them change the sign.
Quick one. Who's got a quick one? Oh, the shortest blues song ever. Dun 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 dun. Didn't wake up this morning. Okay. Quick one. Quick one. Quick one. Get up. Get up. There's a camera over there. By the way, if you're on camera, if you want a copy, take a flyer, email me, I'll bounce you back. I make videos of this stuff and put it on the cable and I put it on the internet. Go!
Missed the toilet last night. Shat all over the floor. Wiped it up with my toothbrush. Don't brush my teeth much anymore.
This is just a musical joke. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba.
Gonna sing a little song and it isn't very long and it's all about a murder. Jim Johnson's dog, he ate my frog and it don't go no further.
Quick one, quick one. This is your birthday song, it isn't very long.
That's it.
I love myself, I think I'm grand. I go to the movies and I hold my hand. I put my arm around my waist, and when I'm fresh, I slap my face.
When you're fracking, your neighbors frack with you. When you're drinking that stuff that's stinking, that poison's coming through. Your health and family will not be the same when your tap water can burst into flame. So stop that fracking, no more fracking. Your neighbors count on you. They always do. Quick one. We have about 2 to 3 minutes.
The light you see at the end of the tunnel is the headlamp of a fast approaching train.
With my faithful collie dog, I walk o'er fields and flowers. Though she would not stop nor piddle, though we walked for half an hour. Will you know, lassie,
When it's hog calling time in Nebraska. When it's hog calling time in Nebraska. When it's hog calling time in Nebraska. Then it's hog calling time in Nebraska.
Quick one, Alan.
Only an old beer bottle floating on the foam. Only an old beer bottle so many miles from home. Inside was a scrap of paper, these few words scrawled upon. Whoever finds this bottle will find the beer's all gone.
Oh, no, I gotta go find this one. Here it is. The ice caps are all shrinking in a global lapse of thinking. The effects are being felt. Oh, let it melt, let it melt, let it melt. The sea level is rising, but you can't say it's surprising. These are the cards we dealt, so let it melt, let it melt, let it melt. The science is very clear, and irreversible time is near. The impacts will be severe, so we all have a lot to fear. Our future prospect is dimming, so I hope you take up swimming on the land where we once dwelt. So let it melt, let it melt. Wait a minute. Don't